Yeah. I've seen some long trains in my life. I don't know if I've ever seen a 17 minute. There we go. Good kick. Good luck, good luck. Get that. There we go. There you go. Good start, good start. The one tricky part is blue plays very hard. They're starting out a little slow. I think they like to feel teams out. They'll get really aggressive as the game moves on. Good try. Yes. Good take. There you go. Yeah. We were talking down there while you were shooting around. I think Strong and number 1 are the best players on the team. 24 and 8. They can drive the ball very well. That's about all they can do. They can shoot. No court vision. Yeah. They seem to be like in high school. They're used to being the fastest, best guy on the court by far. And now you're playing against guys who we're all that once upon a time, but now we're in our role again. Last game I was watching he is on the ball or he's not doing anything. 8 will fight for steals. No communication that you're not back. You need somebody to get your guy and cover it. My first 3 seasons in this league were kind of like this team where we didn't win a ton. But the first time I played, it was a lot of fun. It was 5 of us every game, so we had to play the whole game. And we lost a lot, but we were able to have fun with it and still play well as a team. We just weren't that good. I was our point guard, and I'm not good enough to be a point guard. I know that. But then my next 2 seasons were on teams like this, where I felt a lot like Charlotte. Just kind of tucked in the corner. Don't do this, don't do that. Just pass the ball when you get it, and it's tough. Because at the end of the day, the main goal should be to have fun. We're not going pro here. Oh, that's a good take though. Ooh, good feed. This is classic blue where they almost never start the game off strong. But that also gives them the tendency to quick fire on bad shots, trying to catch up. He's crafty. He's very deceptive, very frustrating to play. They're playing a zone on D right now. get a guy in the high post. Like that's how they've got a lot of their buckets, right? Just that baseline pass. That's not the play. Dish it off to Sean right there. Wide open. Stop. Oh, I guess it did go out of bounds. What am I talking about? He's good. Good look. Good cut. Here you go, Sean. Just stay on that baseline now. Whoa, what are we doing? That's way too easy. Seven is hit or miss, and right now he's hitting. Oh yeah. Yeah. There used to be a dodgeball stuff. Oh, there's volleyball. There's this one dodgeball that was hanging on top of a light for the longest time. And it was like one of the ones under the basket where like if you're trying to hit the Hail Mary shot, I was surprised it was up there as long as it was.
All right, move on.
Why are we taking jumpers? Playing zone. Yep, that's it. There's another shooter. shooting the ball. You're 0 for 4, and none of them, only one of them's touched rim. I'm pretty sure. Hey. Swing it. Okay. So this I'm okay with. I don't hate that jump shot. High post, not mid post. Oh, Kevin dunked that. I don't know if he can dunk. He should be able to because he's so tall, but I don't think I've ever seen him dunk one. I feel like he has to be able to, but I don't think I've seen it. Oh no, you hung on too long or what? Just because you're just done? Oh, no kidding.
We're talking about
fair enough. Yeah, I say Joe's?
Yeah, O'Day was at him still.
Oh, okay. The courts were kind of newer back then. Those courts, they only changed them like 2 years ago. And they were much needed. So I went to East Elgin, and
I remember there was an area on the court where gave me a launch pad.
okay, yeah. So when I played, we still had the old floors, and there was a lot of dead spots. And on the one side closer to the offices, there was a dead spot right underneath the rim. And you know the classic big man move, like you catch a rebound, you want to do a dribble first.
Yeah.
And so many big men would lose the ball right there. It was the best, because we knew not to do it, but the away teams didn't. But that's kind of me with my three-pointers. I didn't get a technical, but I was not a shooter. And so we played West Elgin one day. And at that point, if we played West Elgin, Bowden, or Glencoe, the starters would play the first quarter, run the score up, and then they wouldn't play the rest of the game. And the objective for the rest of the team was don't let the margin get smaller. If anything, let the margin get bigger. And we were playing West Elgin. We were lighting them up. We were like 30 up. Fourth quarter, I inbound the ball. Our point guard drives. He does a bad play, kicks it out to me at the top. I look at the score clock. I'm like, what's the worst thing that happens? I miss. So I shot. I went 1 for 1 in my career. So when I shot, drained it, did a little dance going back. And the worst part was the coach of West Elgin after the game, we're shaking hands, and she says, I'm guessing you don't shoot a lot. I said, I'm 100% from 3, that's all I'm going to say. That's all. Yeah, it was... I came, like, the senior team when I was a junior was very, very good. Oh my goodness, guys. And then we were not so good, we were okay, but our coach's son was on the team. He was a very good basketball player, but so he had a season like a year before. He had a shoot, but his dad wanted to play like he wasn't, and he was our star player. It was tough. It was a rough year to play. That was my last year, and we were still AAA at the time. We were the only ones in the area, so we were automatic loss. And we got Beal put out a team of 9 and 10 graders. That's it. They didn't have a single senior on their senior team, and they it was tough. We should not have been done at Boston. But you know what? We had fun.
Game's good, guys. Move over here, guys.
No kidding. Okay. 1980. Okay, I was 18 years away from being born. Sean? 29, okay. Where did he go to high school? Oh, okay.
So I practiced and lived in
Okay. 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 Oh, right. Yeah.
He came back and did a degree at the University.
Okay.
And then I had already moved back.
Yeah.
I've been here since 2014.
Okay, yeah. Oh! I mean, we'll take it, but that's a steal, in my opinion, Isaac. Good grab.
So then when he finished out, he got stuck for 2 years because of COVID.
Okay, yeah.
So then he just finished Australia.
Oh, okay. That's back to that, right?
And so
Oh, okay.
and he wants to practice with me. He's got one more exam to pass with licensing.
Where are you chiropractor at? You're in St. Thomas? Okay, yeah. Okay. Nice, nice. My cousin's a chiropractor in Tilsonburg. He graduated. He was doing his kinesiology during COVID, and then did his chiropractic degree at Toronto.
That's where I went.
Yeah. So he graduated about a year and a half ago.
So I graduated in 84.
No kidding. So how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? You look good for 65.
My third degree.
Yeah. No kidding. I did 2 years of college and said that was enough. I went for DSW, so I was special needs kids.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I applied to get my master's so I could go to teachers college, or my bachelor's so I could go to teachers college. And then changed my mind. Said, you know what, I'll wait a year, see if I actually want that. And then I worked and said, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to go back to school, and I don't want to. Everything my job has, everything the teachers do are the things I don't like about.
Right.
You know, the things I don't want to do. I don't want to talk to parents. I don't want all the paperwork. I don't want to bring my work home with me, and I don't have to do anything.
Oh,
It's brutal.
You end up being a sort of parent.
Yes, a lot of the time.
The parents aren't parents.
Yeah, I was out of school in London too, and I think the toughest part of it is like your admin.
Yeah.
And the principal I had there, like, terrible. I just switched over to a school in Tilsonburg. I started on Tuesday, and oh my goodness, so I've never been happier. Like, the admin there is amazing, and she's so welcoming, and it makes me feel more motivated to come to work. Like I'm coming in because I want to, not because I have to anymore, kind of deal, which is amazing. But and yeah, the teachers there's so many parents like that. You don't want to. We don't want that. Oh yeah. The files are tight, the stress of everything. Yeah, 100%. No, I'm just on the edge of Elmer, so I switched over to Tilsonburg. Like it's closer to home, and I supplied at the school a bunch, so I knew I liked it there. And then there's probably I work for the traffic board. They pay us more. That's what you gotta do. And there's like probably 2 schools I would leave the school I'm at now for, which would be Assumption and Elmer, but they only have 2.5 positions. So it's not likely that I get in there anytime soon. And then I'd go to St. Joe's because I do like hiking. When I was at the public board, I started in a high school, and it's a very different dynamic than elementary, for sure. Okay. Okay. I definitely kidding, man. So yeah, you guys met here in town, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No kidding. Yeah. No way. Once you got out, you thought that was it, eh? My wife got her master's out of New Brunswick. I think she was in St. John's. That's where her university was based. But it was all online, so she was able to do it from home. The psychologist. So, yeah, we went down there for her graduation. Beautiful place. Very, very nice out there. Yeah. Yeah. Like I think if I don't think we'll ever leave the area, but if we were, that's where I think I would push to. Yeah, my parents, my mom moved here when she was from Mexico. Both of my parents from Mexico.
Oh wow.
And so my mom moved here in the winter of '76. And I guess that was the worst snowfall we've had. Like, we haven't had a worse snowfall since.
Yeah.
She explains, like, we're in the house on the prairie. We open the door and it's just snow all the way up the door. Like, coming from Mexico, that's quite a culture shock.
Everybody else freaked out about that. It's a week just.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of the earth just being in cycle.
Yeah. It ebbs and flows. No, I didn't think it was that bad this winter. It was just what we're used to from the winters previous. I remember when I was a kid, there was one winter where like we had a pond just across the road from my house growing up. And so we'd play pond hockey like as soon as you get off the bus. You go get your skates and your stick and you head to the pond and you go there until it's too dark to play. And I remember there was one winter where it did not snow, I think, until February. And the ice was just amazing. We didn't have the shovels, we were scraping it up in it was perfect. But it was cold. Like it was super frozen because it didn't snow. And then yeah, you have a winter like this past year and it just snowed like crazy. You need a puffer or what?
I need a puffer. I need a run.
Playing 5 is tough, that's for sure. That's the thing when I first came in and we only had 5 all year. Like I think I was, what am I now? I'm 27 now. It was right after COVID, so I would have been like 23, 24. I was in the shape of my life. My uncle had a gym at his shop, so I was still working out over COVID. And so playing 5s then was no problem. Now I hate it. Help that. Could be. Yep. I don't hate it. His shot looks a little off. His timing looks weird. No kidding. He is not good. I remember a couple years ago there was a guy in the state who had the worst shooting form I think I've ever seen. He had a 3-1 game, and there's audio of it. So He hits a 3 and I go, and he's 1 for 40 on the season. So my commentator voice. And sure enough, he hits the next 4 straight. And so I kept the joke going, I kept it going. Halftime hits, I go down there and I go, hey, you watch film? Like, do you watch these games after? And he goes, yeah. Sorry. And he's walking away. And the next week, he ripped into me. And he thought it was funny, but it was a little rude. He was not a good shooter, but he had a very good game. Oh, shit. Oh, run it, Kevin. Dunk it! Oh. Kevin, can you dunk? No! Good fake. Whoa. Huh? Oh, wait, you're back?
Not full court. Lazy dunks.
This gym does suck for that. I got my head smashed on that wall and that wall. Playing hockey all my life, I've got more concussions in this gym playing basketball than I ever did in hockey. It's a rough court. Sneaky. Good D. Good follow. Nice. There you go. Hey. That's Sean's doing right there. Oh, hoo-hoo. That's the weirdest looking Euro hop step I've ever seen. But it worked. Logan, you suck. Yeah, Jesse has a page on YouTube. The same name as the website in the league, Elite Stars. Yeah, he's got all the games from all time on there. I think he cuts it from like the halftime and all the breaks and everything like that. But I've been recorded saying things. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna hear it. They're gonna hear it all. You shared to the world here, bro. Probably should have told you that ahead of time, eh? I talked a lot of trash about a lot of people. Nobody's complained yet, so everybody seems to have a positive attitude. Like, you know what? He's really good at that. He can split the defenders very well.
What's up?
He wears glasses, right, isn't he? No, 24. Yeah, like he wears them on the court. Like, I've seen Sean with glasses off the court, but I noticed he doesn't wear them on the court. But 24 normally wears them, I feel, on the court. That's embarrassing. That's because you missed. I always say I want the sportsmanship award, but then I do this. There you go, Sean. Good take. So how does Sean know these guys? He doesn't at all. No, he's
never lived in St. Thomas. He just moved here and he
no
doesn't
kidding.
know anybody.
So he just stumbled upon the league and wanted in. And...
My brother-in-law told me that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Usually what happens is like, so we have 6 teams this year, and so it's 5 teams that have all been together usually for years, and then there's one team of random. Yeah. This year we kind of have like 2 random teams. The yellow team is like a mashup of like 3 different teams that we've had over the years. And then I feel like white's mostly together. Very strong. Yeah, so I was talking to Jesse. There's 3 guys who have played in this league before, because none of these guys have played in this league before. And then actually there's 4. There's 4 guys who have played in this league before, and I think out of those 4 guys, combined they played maybe 3 games, and like all together they played maybe 3 games. There's one guy who played like in the first game and then broke his hand, and then 2 guys just have never showed up, and then the one guy I think has come to like 2 games. So the one guy is supposed to show up that broke his hand. He's good, but he's not with the ATB. He's a very short player. Very fast, very athletic, but not a. No, he's a point guard only because of his height, not necessarily his skill set. So he won't necessarily help the team, I don't think. Oh, Darren, don't do this now. We got 9 minutes. Okay. So yeah, they kind of had the short end of the stick this year. Now, yeah, if I wasn't on the black team, Nick would probably be there short. And that's the best team to be on. Jesse's got like 3 men's leagues. He's got 18 plus, 35 plus, and 45 plus. And then there's another league that runs from like October to like March or so that plays twice a week games. And so there's a lot of basketball in town. And they all treat this league kind of as like the let's go have fun a little bit more league. So I was telling Sean before this, I was like, you and I kind of have the same archetype, like where white guys that don't really shoot the ball and you can't necessarily jump super high. So if I was on the team, he'd be there probably in no time. Good take. He's better than me though, I'll give him that. Oh yeah, good take, dog. Hey Rico, where's all your guys from last week? Like RJ and Quack, Roush.
I know, I took a break.
Are you took a break?
Yeah, and then Quack said we were getting going. But last week we had a...
Dirty dog, man. What about Roush? He's on the yellow team. That's on the team that kind of had a set team, but they only had a set team for like maybe 2 seasons, and now a lot of guys are backing out. I think they had 2 or 3 guys that had played on Fanshawe before, so decent basketball players. Nothing crazy. Like I told you, we had a guy who played in the G League last season, right? Yeah, like so, like nothing crazy like that. But. Somebody go for that board. That was good defense. Oh no. I'm sorry, that was terrible. At this point, I get it, but they do have a hard time with being down, eh? They don't handle that aspect well.
Very funny, bro. We gotta call that shit, man. This is more like 20.
Messing with the lights over there. There, he repositioned himself. He's fine now. It's happened way too many times, too.
Lock this up all the way up there.
No, that's totally on the floor, buddy. Come on. He's tough though. But unfortunately, he blew the whistle way before you shoot. Oy, oy. Oh, that was a close travel call. You could have called that. I thought so. This is my least favorite ref in this league. There's one other ref that he hasn't been out in quite a while, but the running joke with the other ref is that he's he was heavily against it because he refs like it, unfortunately. Like he is not favorable towards people who aren't like that. This one, he's not a great ref, but he's very confident in his calls, and that's the hard part. Like this guy, he's okay, but you can talk to him and he will listen. And that's all you can really ask at the end of the day, right? There you go. 1 for 7 on the season. No, actually, that's probably the game. It's one of the game scores. Big hit, bug. Oh no. Those ones suck. You look silly missing that rebound, but everybody knows it's so easy to miss that rebound. Look, pass it. Work. Too old for that. What are you, 22? I'm imagining that everybody else on the team knows each other, so, and there's no way that 24 ain't that old, so he's got to be younger. I feel like Sean's probably the old guy on the team. Yeah. So he's been here previously. Yeah, he's younger than you think. Because I've talked to him before, and I can't remember. He's younger than I am, and I'm 27. No, it was shocking. He
Looks older.
he does, yeah.
He looks Persian or something.
Yeah. I can't remember where he's from. He was college roommates with a friend of mine from Elmer. He's fostered kids before. Yeah, he's had a weird life. And I'm like, you're like, I think at the time that I talked to him, he was only 23, but that was maybe 2-3 years ago. Yeah, looks a lot older than me, for sure. I thought for sure he was older than me when I talked to him. Because he was one that I gave a hard time to in film. Because his game, like, once he's frustrated, he's over, right? And he came over and just hung out with me when I was filming one game. It was very chill. I asked him, "Do you watch films?" Yeah. Like, oh. Sorry. He was like, "Nah, you're good." Like, when I watch film, I agree. Like, I look at it. He's very understandable about it. But yeah, no, Sean's definitely older than that guy because that guy's younger than me. Like, Sean's older than me. Yeah. Nice seeing you. Nice visiting. Take care. Hey, Brock. Where'd Hunter go? 2 minutes ago.
Game ball, guys.